now, stopping PDP from expelling. You don't see that.
Yes, good morning, wonderful people. Welcome to the program. This morning, there's bystanders at the newsstands. I am Christian Chuku. Yeah, good morning, Crown Band, Nelly Onwaha, Onyagala Rosemary, Ademola Tanda, Asmani Andrew Ogunjimi. Good morning, Jacob Seiko. Good morning, Nelly. Yes, Dutchman Pound. Yes, good morning. You're welcome to the program this morning. We are here to get people talking on the report we have on the national dailies. I am at Abiodun Jago Street, Aqua bus stop, and behind me is the newspaper stand. You can see bystanders are looking at the reports we have on the national daily this morning. With me is the Vanguard newspaper. I have the Vanguard with me, and I also have the Daily Sun newspaper, the Vanguard, and the Daily Sun newspaper. Let's look at the main headline on the Sun, the Daily Sun newspaper. National Assembly leadership ministerial posts. Lobbyists besiege Tinubu. Lobbyists beside Tinubu. They are sleeping in vehicles near Asokoro home. Sleeping in vehicles near Asokoro home. APC chair Adamu meets president-elect in Defense House. Beside the masthead, we have Southeast governors Adebanjo Sultan meet in Enugu over national unity. Let's look at other reports. In Sudan, we are having challenges evacuating stranded Nigerians in Sudan. Air Peace offers to airlift victims from Ethiopia. We have ex-minister Fani Kayode backs Kalu for Senate president and Musa as deputy as herdsmen kill Labour Party chairman in Benue State. Police rescue 2 kidnapped victims in Delta. Police Service Commission approves a new commissioners of police for Kano, FCT, Delta, Kaduna, Ogun, 8 others. I believe it's ahead of the May 29th inauguration. UTME begins. Candidates' parents complain of system malfunction and technical glitches. Over to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Above the masthead, we are under bandit siege. Taraba communities raise alarm. We are under bandit siege. Taraba communities raise alarm. Buhari Obi Obaseki Sanwo-Olu mourn as iconic journalist Peter Enahoro dies at 88 in London. UTME candidates' parents decry system malfunction and technical glitches. Let's look at the main headline. Polls, Obi'S case threatened as Labour Party factions fight dirty. Papa seeking to scuttle Obi'S petition against Tinubu, that is Abure, puts judiciary, DSS, police, others on notice. It is cheap blackmail. Papa saying so, it is cheap blackmail. Sudan evacuation delayed as federal government wants Nigerian students against dangerous journeys. Police Service Commission approves appointment posting of 12 Commissioner of Police, 12 CPs. Alleged 2.4 million naira fraud. EFCC docked Ondo Speaker, 2 others. Economic cost of malaria in Nigeria may hit 2 trillion in 2030. Economic cost of malaria in Nigeria may hit 2 trillion in 2030. Oh, can anyone derail Gardolia's bullet train? I believe today is Arsenal Man City, and it's a deciding factor on who becomes the Premier League winner, and I will carry the Premier League cup. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I believe that miracle no dey tire Jesus. Miracle no. I have Mr. David. Good morning.
Mr. Christian.
Miracle no dey tire Jesus.
You don't digress now. You say miracle is
It's
now
not-
about competency now. Me as Man City go beat you. Like Man City has everything. The squad. Now, when you guys met in the what's it called? FA Cup, Man City
trash.
knocks you guys out. You guys met in the league
That's a
again.
different battleground.
League as Man City again won you. So Guardiola is the master in English football. Give it to him. I'm a
By,
very fan.
by tomorrow we are coming.
But now
We are coming here.
Guardiola is the god. Is now you see the word small letter G in English football now. Take it or leave it.
Okay, what's your prediction?
Man City to win 3-0. City to win 3-0. You guys lost that league when you drew with Southampton and then West Ham, and then I think that there was for the first 3 matches now you guys have played draw.
Yeah, it's a play draw.
So
okay, let's watch tomorrow. If David's prediction comes to pass, I believe Arsenal is going to win. However, I said yesterday that Man City was going to win. I know Arsenal is going to win. And sorry, I'm discussing football. It's part of the whole thing. Yeah, let's start with Obi'S case threatening as Labour Party factions fight dirty on the election petition.
see how Machi go dey look. Remember I say I go send private jet for me and carry me Machi go come for Nigeria. You know this country no fit am again. Every day you know dey smile. Abeg dey
Somebody
try.
asked me why is Mr. Chikedi not smiling. I said I don't know.
But I think go say dey try smile. Na me I dey for this condition. No go dey. But that blue not become president. Nothing we go do. So back to the question.
Apapa seeking to withdraw Obi'S petition.
I think as the factional chairman, he does not have that constitutional right. Just like what he told me behind the camera. I said he has been suspended.
He was suspended by Nigeria Labour
No
Congress.
Congress.
Not
No, he was suspended by the party members. So now, see, party members have every right to suspend their chairman when they feel his own ideology does not align with the party's ideology, or probably for some reason personal to them, probably for what indulging in what anti-party. So he has been suspended. So see, he doesn't have any constitutional right to thwart Obi petition in court. Now coming out to lay claims that he wants to write to the court for them to dismiss Obi petitions. I think to me it's a child's play. Yes, because a man who has been suspended does not have that constitutional power to do so. And then the man, if fully he has the interest of his party at heart, he wouldn't have gone to that extent of him writing to court to dismiss Obi petition in court.
what you're saying that he's working against the party.
It is. So it's not what I'm saying. That
There is a case in
is
court.
the clear fact.
Abure forgery is in court.
Mr. Christian, fine. Even if now, but the courts have ruled by their wisdom that now see Abure still remains the legal chairman of the party, not Apapa. So see, so Apapa by himself as just the factional chairman of the party. So for him to have gone to that length, it shows he's a mole in the party. Yes, he's a mole in the party because
It is cheap blackmail. That's from Apapa.
that what
That he is working against the party. They say what they are doing is cheap blackmail.
that was what they said. We can said too that see for him to work against PDP, we would such will never happen. So politicians cannot be trusted.
Somebody say Apapa is one of the founders of the Labour Party.
Even if he's one of the founders of the Labour Party, for the fact that now he no longer remains the chairman of the party, he can go any length to scuttle just to put the party in disarray, and then see to scuttle Obi chances at the election petition tribunal. Being a founder does not mean. I've happened to see prominent founders in the PDP and then see APC that work against the party. But it just was one of the founders of the PDP in this Lagos state. The 2020 election, he worked for he work for the Labour candidate in Lagos State. Gbadebo, Gbadebo Rose, yes, Vibe. So being an elder statesman, sorry, and what elder statesman in the party does not really mean that see you cannot work against the party. So one thing is, Apapa should not scuttle this chance. He should not write to the court for him, because writing to the court would it will give Obi chance. Obi chances in chances of him winning at the court of tribunal would just be slim. So I know the
He wants to
chairman.
withdraw the petition.
I know the chairman has that constitutional right to do so. But I know now Nigerian courts would always entertain that, because see, in as much as that, in as much as see, they in the first instance they don't want to even listen to the petition tribunal in the first
How
place.
do you know?
No,
How do you
no,
serve it?
no. Nigerian court would gladly would be very much happy
To receive.
for the man to withdraw that petition in court, because in the first instance they don't want to entertain that petition in the first place. So I think Apapa is not the constitutional chairman of the party, so he should go and sit down.
Okay.
And then I know I know may have different judgments on this, but now the truth be told that Apapa has been sanctioned from the card carrying members of the party, so he should stop parading himself as the chairman.
Okay, let's move on.
No, see, if really he was the chairman, he will not come on here and say he wants to withdraw Obi petition in the court.
No, it is the Labour Party, some other guys that found out that petition and he was about to file before the court, before they now blew the alarm.
So truly, if he is the substantive chairman, he wouldn't have gone to that extra mile to do such things. So he should let that case be in court.
Okay, let's move on. We have lobbyists beside besiege Tinubu, that's the National Leadership and Ministerial Post. Sleep in vehicles near Asokoro home. APC chair Adamu meet president-elect in Defense House.
Mr. Christian, that is the problem with that's the problem we have with this part of the world. You know, after election, political gladiators will always tend to pitch their tents to the whosoever that has been declared winner by the umpire. Now, even if that person is not competent, for him to assume that post just because he works for the president-elect or for the governor-elect, he will surely get a post just to compensate him. For how long can we continue doing such things? Now, I think if really these people don't they have other jobs? Don't they have other jobs to do? Should politics be a full-time affair in this part of the world? Whereby, no, see, ask them now. Majority of them have abandoned their career, their businesses. They're not into full-time politics. Just to loot, and then just to siphon public wealth to themselves. Just of recent, Festus Kamo bought a property in US. You didn't see the report? You see the report?
About $330,000.
He bought a property in US, and now he's now coming out to tell Nigerians that he had already that he did not use public funds to buy such property. Where did now tell me before this time when in 2011 to 2012 when Festus Kamo was he doing human rights activists? Why didn't he purchase such property in US? I know him now when he was doing Bring Back Our Girls then, when he deceived Nigerians, where Nigerians thought he was fighting for the masses, not knowing well that see he was being paid by paymasters Asiwaju to bring down northern government. 8 years now after being a minister, he now owned a house in US, and now he's coming to tell Nigerians that he bought it before before when he was government. Uh, dollar is cheap now. So if he so such people would always want to lobby just to retain that post. So at least so that they can buy more houses abroad.
Okay, Ebonyi, Umahi names airport after Buhari secures approval for inaugural flights.
Umahi, Umahi, David Umahi, he worked in the state. He tried, the naming the airport after Buhari, to me, I think shouldn't it's not welcome development because in the first place this man he has no legacy in the southeast. So naming a project after him, to me,
Second Niger Bridge.
we stupid second Niger bridge. Right? No dey attribute second Niger bridge as Buhari project. No be start the project. Even if Buhari did not win then, Jonathan will still have completed that project. Give kudos to the person that was initiated it, and then so Buhari coming to take the glory. Fine. So but Goodluck Jonathan started this project too.
Okay, let's move on. We are having challenges evacuating stranded Nigerians in Sudan. LP offers to lift victims from Ethiopia.
What's the challenge again? Yesterday, $150 million was being budgeted to evacuate.
Million US dollars or naira.
Sorry, naira. Pardon me. It was naira. Was 150 million was being budgeted to evacuate those students. Up till now, that LPs has volunteered to use his airline to evacuate those people. What stops them from bringing back those stranded Nigerians back to the country? And now there is a certain amount of money has been budgeted to give to the returnees. But my take is, please, federal government should not siphon the money. Let the money get to those Nigerians who are stranded, because those people might not have cash on them. So coming back to the country just to settle down might be hard for them. But see, I know politicians, they are so heartless that they don't mind. Even those people even those people coming back to the country and then don't have even carry to drink. They don't care. The money can still be siphoned. But I want to appeal to whosoever is in charge. Please, such money should not be siphoned. Such money should be given to those who are in need, because those persons need that money more than them. That's why the federal government have
But some Nigerians are refusing to go through the Nigerian offers. They are trying to find their way through other countries.
So you want me to comment on that?
The government gave a proposition like we are coming to take you with our aircraft. People are refusing to enter the aircraft. They prefer going through other countries their own way.
Let me direct that question to you. If you were
I was in their shoes. I know what you want to
no,
ask.
if I was in their shoes too, I would do the same thing. Because what is the hope of the chances of me making it?
You don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe because coming back is still amount to nothing. Because government will not take care of me. Government will not provide the belief materials for me to start a new life. Because evacuating someone is like bringing the person is coming back to Nigeria to start a new life. So what is provision that has been placed on ground for these people? No. So now how do you expect such person to come back and then start from the scratch? It shows that these people does not believe in the government. If fully they believe in the government, nothing will stop them from coming back to Nigeria. It shows how helpless and wicked our leaders is. That is the truth of us. That is the true irony of this country. Because Government have made provisions for you to turn back to the country, and the citizens are now looking for escape routes, not to return to their homeland. It shows something is wrong.
Okay.
Even we that you are here, we are looking for avenue to even leave the country. So I don't blame them.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't blame them.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Christian.
The chairman of Ihendieba. Ihendieba. That's Mr. David. Good morning. So you find nothing. You find nothing. At this point in time, you did it. Good morning.
Are you insulting my personality?
I say you did it for all of us.
You say,
You did it for all of us.
and you're accusing me before the public of Igwe that I'm not smiling, conspiring with David.
You're not smiling now. You're smiling.
I'm not. It is the subjects of discussion should be bordered on, of course, the preservation of humanity. Being that we are faced with the realities of our time, and we cannot continue to live in denial, smiling away or laughing away the true position of events in Nigeria doesn't help issue. So we must, of course, sum up courage, and at this time, as rightly said by the prophet of old Jeremiah, that when God promised him, I will harden your face so that you can speak the truth to the powers that be. I think that is what we needed at this time. Quite very unfortunate that the supposed Nigerian citizens who are trapped in the most deadly and life-threatening situation are yet to be evacuated by the said Nigerian government, who claim to be a sovereign state, but lacks the capability and the responsibility to act proactively in matters that affect or borders on the existence and the welfare or security or safety of our citizens. That is a clear indication that you don't have a country. The same thing, of course, repeated itself during the Ukraine war. If not for the benevolence of a man whose race was rejected in Nigeria, whose race was considered not being part of the country, Onyema, Allen Onyema came to the rescue of the entire country. You see, who couldn't move any inch to remedy the or to redeem the image of the country. But an Igbo man risked his life and the life of his staffs and even the business to go and evacuate them. And the Nigerian state have not in any way appreciated such laudable and great patriotic and kind gesture meted by an Igbo man. And some quarters of group of persons are saying that Igbo cannot rule the country. Unfortunately, they have kept themselves in the wheel of motionless despair and agony. Ever since Igbo man came out of events of the political sphere of Nigeria, has they felt better either? That is the fundamental question. Why is it that Nigeria is not moving forward? Why is it that the Nigerian government, under this dispensation, could not evacuate their own supposed citizens, which I believe are not predominantly Igbos? Otherwise, you would have said that because of their internal hatred for the Igbos, would want them abandoned there and killed, whatever happens to them, since they eventually escape the genocidal, of course, conspiracy within the contraction called Nigeria. Possibly they may end up being killed or brutalized by the Sudanese. But that is to the contrary. These are not just Igbos. Why is Nigeria failing in her primary responsibility of ensuring the safety and of life of the citizens and their property, even in diaspora. The question is not answer to these questions are not far-fetched. If they cannot take care of you who claim to be a Nigeria within the Nigerian territory, if your life is being risked, if you are being threatened, if you have no peace and not even secured within your territory, your called Nigeria, then it is needless to talk about those in foreign countries. The government has not provided the basic necessities bordering on the welfare of the people and the existence of the people resident within the countries. The supposed citizens are today satisfied by global index to be the center of poverty. That is one of the legacies of the Buhari administration or dispensation, or permit me to say the regime, because you have not felt so bad, so worse, and you're asking me why am I not smiling? Well, I wouldn't blame you because you are still bachelors, and while I have in the next 90 days or 75 days 400,000 to pay for my children's school fees and every other, I also needed other, of course, things surrounding me, and the means to get these things done are not promising either. So why would you expect me to smile when, of course, you know the enormous responsibility as a father and a responsible one for that. So I am thinking very fast and very far, of course, beyond the horizon of where you occupy. Possibly you can eat bread and akara and sleep off, waking up down to this place. But I have so much responsibility. So the unfortunate incidents unfolding before us presupposes or affirms that Nigerian government is a failed government. It's the failure of leadership. The unfortunate thing, if one of the ministers' children were happen to be there, or legislative chambers, senates, or even within the corridor of power, they would have used military fighter jets to go and evacuate them, because they don't have stake, they have nothing to lose. These are just ordinary men, perhaps, whose life does not matter. As far as the government or people within the corridor of power, they can go to hell, they can be killed at will. Of course, they are not better than those who are losing their lives on a daily basis in the hundreds or thousands within the Nigerian country. If they should die, it's unfortunate, but it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, let's move on. We have for the jam, parents and candidates are like complaining about the system malfunction and technical glitches that we experienced yesterday.
It's unfortunate, rather, because this has been a recorded decimal. Why should people, or of course, the young ones, be exploited? I don't see this in why the UTME should be continued. This is a way of extorting the masses. It wasn't so in the early 60s or thereabouts, and you still have graduates who turn out to become better and contribute to the society. So why should Nigeria government, and most unfortunately is that most of these varsities are just glorified secondary schools. They have nothing to reflect the higher citadel of learning. It's unfortunate, and the government continues to exploit the people now who should bear, of course, the overbearing burden of the cost. Is also on the people, on the parents. You see, and you expect that parents to smile at what is happening, not to frown at the impunity and the level of impunity and rascality. On the part of the government, this is systemic failure. Virtually every facet of our existence is marred or greeted with unimaginable level of impunity expressed. And look at JAMB. Imagine an institution who should have perhaps prepared ahead of time. And knowing that Nigeria is always have erratic power issues, should have made provisions for possibly standby generators within just less than 4 hours or 3 hours event so that people can, I mean, carry out their sit for the exams without, of course, any hitches or glitches. It's unfortunate that even in this 21st century, you are talking about a power failure that students couldn't write exam because of lights. Or it was interrupted in the process of the exam
Same
because
cases
of.
that happened at the election.
It's so unfortunate. It is so mad and it's so unfortunate. You can't say this in a sane society, in a responsible society. I mean, the parents and the students should, of course, sue the government and the institution or the commission, the agency for the dress. You know how much psychological trauma those students may have been subjected. Just imagine, as young as they are, they have been exposed to such a hazardous nature of this country. You see, you can't imagine what will be, of course, what they might be going through in this process emotionally, psychologically, and physiologically, because when somebody has prepared, of course, for such a number of hours or weeks rigorously for such exams, having conditioned his mind and psyche, of course, to walk in and get the exam done. He was disorganized in the midst of the thing. Having paid for that, I think they are bound to make provisions for the exam. And now that this has failed, it's an extension of the failed system called Nigeria. So I fortunately is that they don't have any system that can, where they can seek for redress. They will just be allowed to suffer their own, the brunt of or share of the impunity and the wickedness that is perverting this ungoverned space.
Okay, let's go. Obi'S case threatened as Labour Party faction fight dirty. Ababa Fikit is going to Obi'S petition against Tinubu in court.
That is immaterial. I said it very clear that the monsters, of course, who want to perpetuate themselves within the corridor of power, to extend and expand, of course, the slavery or the servanthood of the citizens will not go without a fight. They won't go down without a fight. So, having underscored, of course, their own what is about to befall them, are exploring, of course, every means possible to dislodge the possible most viable opposition, which P2B and Labour Party represent, not just because of the party, but because of people, of course, are fed up with the failure of this systemic failure, that it is possible, as they presume, that Nigeria, there could be a new Nigeria, where, of course, people can live the minimum standard level, the minimum level of standard living. Standard of living. Nobody in Nigeria is living within that threshold. So that is what informed that movement in the first instance, and unfortunately, that intention or preconceived motion why the people adopted the Labour Party, which P2B happens to be, of course, the one starting the ladder, rather having considered his antecedents, and the public trust, of course, reposed on him by the people as the only image or picture of a true new Nigeria. So it is not a surprise what I'm saying, that the powers could do whatever possible. Is it the same Apapa who, before the election, claimed that they have collapsed the entire Labour Party within the southwestern region to APC? And when they saw that that wasn't successful, that they couldn't, of course, stop the move of the labor force or the so-called obedient people, they decided to fight openly and more dirty, minding you that we can make reference to the statement of the flag bearer of APC, Ahmed Bola Tinubu. He said that he's prepared to fight dirty. And this is just a reflection of what you are saying. Part of fighting dirty, getting everything down at every cost, at all costs, just to pave his way. It's more or less, you cannot steal the people's mandate. It's more or less synonymous to military rule. When you steal the government, the civil liberty of the people, which should be entrusted to the executive by the people, then what you are telling us that either by force or by fraud is illegitimate. And of course, that possibly would be the challenge of this administration should such continue. But whatever happens should be a matter of time.
Okay, there's a big lobby around Tinubu now. Some people sleep in vehicles near Asokoro home. APC Chair Adamu others meet the president-elect in his defense house.
That is what I'm saying. Those people, of course, lobbying are those who I'm likened to be described to be an opportunist. People who possibly knew what is happening, who want to take advantage of the corrupt system. And we cannot allow this corrupt system to continue because they want to establish and consolidate on the corrupt system as a way of taking undue advantage of the people, of our commonwealth, of our common, of course, fortunes. So the only way they are just trying to position themselves for juicy positions should the, of course, illegitimate government be enthroned.
Illegitimate government. Okay, lastly, justice in Nigeria slow, costly.
Are you not comfortable with that expression? No, provided that it is very clear, it is immaterial how you feel. You can say Chigozie doesn't smile. It is not my business. My business is to say the truth, unbiased reportage of events. You cannot take or steal the mandate of the people and expect the people to be happy. You have not won the people. Unlike if it were during MKO Abiola, my mother voted for MKO Abiola in the village. Being that MKO is a Yoruba man, so the issue of Nigeria is beyond tribal sentiment for people who want to buy over that. Abiola won the mandate of the people. He won force the hearts of the people. All those days, I have never forgotten the jingle, even as a young boy. I got to Abiola Milk and other these things. We saw then Abiola Milk, Abiola Soap, Abiola this is. He got the popularity and the heart of the people, which of course reflected in the vote. But unfortunately, the same powers, the same demonic oligarchy, truncated that process, which ended, of course, in what we saw, and is unfortunate. And whatever is happening now, of course, any development or society that want to move forward must adhere to the rule of law. If there is no justice, you can't develop. It can even affect, of course, the economy of the states, because foreign nationals cannot entrust or invest their wealth where they knew does not respect the rule of law. Because the rule of law is only the basis, of course, which underpins, of course, development and progress. If there is absence of rule of law, then it will only portray the image of the public image of that particular society or country to be a lawless state. And unfortunately, that is what is, of course, the major problem of this country. Even people in diaspora, the same Nigerians, can't come here with their hard-earned money to invest. Most of them wanted to invest and contribute to the national development, but unfortunately, they have been hampered by the irresponsible governments in quotes. Okay. They can't, of course, vouch for the safety of their life and even that of their security or their property or investment. within the country. So what does that entail?
Okay. Thank you very much.
What is the way forward?
Maybe I ask you that question. What's the way forward? Because I believe the way forward now is that we should reset our mindset. That's my own way forward.
How long does it take to reset your mindset?
It takes a long time.
It takes a long time, and we should, of course, we should trust our future with uncertainties. It will take a long time, possibly which might be indefinite or infinite.
Are you saying we or one person? I'm thinking of a collective.
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 Change your mindset on what? That is the important question. What do you need to change your mindset on?
Let me engage you this morning. For evil to thrive in any society, evil makes evil thrive. Election malpractice, election whatever, for you to thrive in any society, there are some persons that will help that malpractice, election miscalculation thrive. That's what I'm saying.
That is exactly what I said. I didn't blame as much as I can blame, of course, Mahmoud Yakubu. I wouldn't blame Tinubu because he is just taking advantage of this corrupt system. And when you have corrupt people in the helm of affairs, that country is bastardized and you can't have any meaningful progress. That is what has trapped us in the wheel of motionless, in the cog of motionless and despair. And we have not seen any sign of relief anytime soon. The unfortunate thing that the future is so bleak that you can't even muster any hope of better prospects ahead. So the only thing is to make up our minds, because we cannot continue to change our mindset when we know the truth and know what is happening. Otherwise, what's a repeat of Sudanese experience will possibly force you to change your mindset. If you refuse to act proactively, if you refuse to take the right step, evil can only strive when the good people refuse to speak out, when the good people refuse to act, when the good people refuse, of course, to hold the government accountable. That is when evil strives. And that same evil they refuse to speak out, we either push them out of the country and, of course, or destroy them within the country. The people crying in Sudan today are possibly thought they have escaped, of course, the destructive nature of the country, but unfortunately, not knowing that they will also be caught up with this recklessness and insensitivity on the part of the government of the country when it matters most. Okay. So, possibly the only way forward is the disintegration of this country, because we can trust in our comparative strength to advance our different regions and also cooperate and have some bilateral, of course, engagements and all that to better the lives of the people, rather than being so large and becoming so empty and miserable. Okay. It's unfortunate. Thank you very much. So I hope you have known why I shouldn't be laughing, especially when matters or issues of national concern, bordering on especially humanity, is caught up.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. Matthew, the General Secretary of Yendieba.
You know, Christian is the chairman of Yendieba, and David is the coordinator. So, they inherited him from Wike. Is Wike that inducted you, baby?
Yendieba. General Secretary.
No, you are the coordinator.
Okay. Let's move on. We are having a papa in the news, the factional Labour Party chairman, seeking to score to Obi'S petition, withdraw the petition.
Is he a papa like Osho, the Agege? I don't know.
The Labour Party a papa.
I know.
That's why I say he's the general secretary of Yendieba.
You know, there is a papa in Lagos. There is Agege. There is Oshodi. So I want to know the area you're talking about.
Factional chairman.
Okay. They are papa in person, not a Okay. The truth is, I was really joking anyway. Yeah, the truth is that for me, because before now he was saying he's determined to ensure that Obi and Labour Party pursue their legal battle. But if the allegation we are hearing, because for me I will regard it as an allegation for now, if it is anything to go by, it means he has always been planted by opposition. to destroy that party. And I think from all purposes and intent, the judiciary should see it that way. And the Labour Party as a party should move quickly to ensure that they get to the root epicenter of that crisis. To get to the epicenter is to go back to the ward of Abure, where he was suspended. Because I can understand that they say the people who suspended him are not authentic members of the ward ESCO. So get the ESCO to reverse the suspension, go take the battle back to the court to make the court see reason why the judgment that says he should stop parading himself as chairman should be vacated. Once that is done, you can now face Apapa, Abiyoshodi, Abiagege.
From your perspective, who is the chairman of Labour Party?
No, you know, the problem we have in Nigeria is this. It's not about my perspective. Even if somebody is wrongly removed from office and court validates it, you cannot do anything except you get nod of the court to reverse it or you stay execution of that judgment. So that is why you must do everything necessary to ensure that for your own end, getting the party members at the ward level to do the needful. Going back to the court to make the court see reason why they should vacate the judgment or stay execution of that judgment. Because if you allow that judgment to continue to succeed, it means the candidate of Labour Party in that large presidential election would have suffered immense damage and loss. So I think all this will be adequately handled by the.
Who is the legitimate Labour Party leader?
You are asking a question that is difficult to answer. Because if the court.
Something that they should go back to the Edo ward that suspended Abure should get it right from there. That means you are saying that Abure at this point in time is embattled.
He's embattled to the extent that the court says he should stop parading himself
so now
as the chairman. Lamidi. No, Lamidi Apapa Abiyoshodi is the one is imposing himself, claiming.
So Labour does not have the chairman.
Get what I'm trying to say. The reason he laying claim to the chairmanship is because he feels vice chairman from South, and maybe inciting the constitution of the party. But since if actually he has gone to court to ask her to quash all the cases instituted by Labour Party and P2B, it means he's an enemy of that party. So the need will have to be done. Because if you have a thorn in your eye, you remove it with care so that you don't damage the eye. So this is like a thorn already in the eye. You be circumspect in removing it so that you don't cause damage to the eye. That's what I'm trying to.
I know that the court has validated. The court has suspended Abure.
Another court. That is the problem in Nigeria. Yes. There's another court that have asked Abure to continue working. But the problem is, I think it's a court of coordinate jurisdiction, of equal power. And we have seen that in the past. It didn't work. If you have a judgment from a federal high court, you want to challenge it, you either go back to that federal high court to ask them to stay execution of that judgment, or you go to court of appeal to appeal it. So if you go to a court of coordinate jurisdiction to obtain an order, a judgment that you already have another court of equal power given, it will not fly in the face of Nigerian legal jurisprudence.
To withdraw a petition?
Come again.
What is the motive? What is the driving source that will make a party chairman want to do?
I want to damage
I thought he's working for the party.
That's what I'm saying. If actually the allegation we are hearing is true, it means he's an enemy of Labour Party and the candidate of Labour Party have been issued. Or maybe along the line, they have been bought over. And the Labour Party should not take it lightly. They should ensure that from their own end, like I just said earlier on, they do the needful by getting the authentic ward chairman, ward executive from Abure's ward to invalidate his suspension. Then go back to the court to challenge the judgment of the court. That's the way to go. Then go back to the court to add it up to a stay execution of that judgment based on this legal proceeding that has been instituted by Apapa himself now, to prove that if you allow that judgment to stand or to that judgment to be given a hearing, that the party, Labour Party candidate P2B in that election will suffer damages.
Okay, let's move on. We have dual citizenship doesn't disqualify anyone born in Nigeria from contesting elections. former NBA?
You cannot consume me into a court on this platform. It's not up to me to start deciding a case that is already in court. I will advise you to excuse me on that. Because if I start saying whether it qualifies or doesn't qualify, that is the substantive matter the court want to deal with. So if I pass judgment here, what will court do again?
Okay, let's move on. Hey, National Assembly Leadership Ministerial Post. Lobbyists besiege Tinubu. Some sleeping vehicles near Sokoro home. APC chair that will meet president-elect. There's a video. It seems that this Senate presidency is going to Akpabio.
I think it's becoming abundantly clear that Akpabio may be favored.
Not Obi'S or Kalu.
Not Obi'S or Kalu. The reason I allude to your position is I
saw a video.
You saw a video.
Which you also
I read. I didn't see any video. I read it.
Okay.
Because from what I read, I don't know whether
it's slander.
Okay. But what I'm trying to say in essence is, even though Obi'S or Kalu did not feature in that meeting at all, I understand that this is a Barrow from Kano, the current appropriation, High Committee Chairman on Appropriation, who was vying for that since Senate leadership position, is being tipped for deputy for the deputy Senate president. Then maybe Akpabio gets the Senate presidency. And from what I understand, I think it's because Akpabio stepped down for Tinubu himself during their presidential primary, and some other roles he may have played that may have made him seem as a lawyer party person. But that of a rep, I think is not yet clear where they are looking at.
I saw Akpabio.
You saw it in a vision?
No, the video. Akpabio.
Okay, you are now a video. You are now a forensic analyst.
Tinubu, the APC chairman. I saw Bajabiya Mila
in a video.
On the video, yeah, they took pictures.
Okay, I understand. Wait. I understand. You are now a forensic analyst.
You understand what I'm saying? So
I may not understand. I thought you saw a vision, but you are now saying you saw a video. So you are now a forensic analyst. You cannot analyze
that
video.
Means the Southeast.
What I'm saying now, if I should be in the same video with you, maybe Raf, Okpara, and Chigoze, and maybe we now bring Onaluga in. Maybe we can interpret the video to have a political coloration. You know Onaluga?
What is it for the Southeast? I don't think the Southeast has any interest.
Southeast is quite unfortunate that you see in Nigeria, once if you must make Nigeria to work, you must carry the three major ethnic groups to along. And they say that is the mistake Buhari government made. I think he's still hunting them up to today. Because you have the federal character. If you look at the spirit and letter of federal character, it tells you that there's no way you can form a meaningful government without the Southeasterners. They are a major ethnic group. We saw the statement of Buhari after his election about the 5%, 95% statement. We saw how it played out. And from what we are seeing currently, even if the current president-elect have not made any statement in that direction, but I think his body language is speaking towards that direction. Because apart from the Senate presidency, I don't know any other position you will give to Southeast that will balance it. And if you look at the federal character, that one is not. We are looking at three arms of government. You have the judiciary, you have the executive, you have the legislature. And now, even the Southwest is already having the executive and the judiciary. If they give the legislative arm to Akpabio, meaning South-South. It means Southeast. Because you are saying Southeast, still look at it beyond Southeast as Igbo region. It means the whole Igbo has not been accommodated. I don't think it's ready for the democracy.
Okay. Let's move on this morning. We are having challenges evacuating stranded Nigerians in Sudan. Even Obi'S offers to pilot victims from Ethiopia, not even Sudan.
The challenge is a very big one. And I pity, I sympathize with Nigerians who are still trapped in that Sudan. Because to be quite honest with you, Christian, I've seen videos of disturbing scenarios where human beings are being dehumanized, being maimed, being brutalized, being killed, I even saw one where they have to use stone to smash somebody's head. To be quite honest with you, such video is not good to watch. But that's why I tell you that I sympathize with Nigerians, not just Nigerians, any other foreign national who are trapped in that Sudan. But again, I think I do not entirely blame. Though Nigerian government is not used to swift response to helping her citizens in a situation like this. But this one happens to be a situation that is beyond what Nigerian government can control. Because even as sophisticated as a country like Germany, one of the aircraft turned back. An aircraft that was going for evacuation. And I understand that even America, as it is today, still have some of their citizens trapped in Sudan. They barely evacuated some of their diplomats, and it was like in a commando form. So we do not have that level of technology, that level of military expertise and all that. So now that there is a window of opportunity of ceasefire, I understand that Nigerian government is negotiating with Egypt, Egypt government to evacuate our citizens through land border. And I can understand that they have hired about 40 vehicles and have paid about 100 and something million naira. So for me, I think it's a right step in the right direction because those Nigerians need to come back home.
There's a question, why is it that most companies are scurrying to carry pilgrims from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia, but rescuing Nigerians from Sudan is a problem?
They want to score cheap religious group, and they want to be in the good book of the government. You know, it's perception. There's perception that if you go to Kano, where there's high sentiment about Islam, you go to Zamfara, where there's high sentiment about Islam, you go to those places where there's high, and you offer such gesture, you are going to be in the good book of those governments, and that may earn you contract and all that. So I think that best explains the reason they are doing that instead of helping humanity as the human arises now. Obi'S is not doing it for the first time. The time we had issue with, I think South Africa also, he offered some of his aircraft to lift Nigerians back home. I think we should give him kudos for that. He is always there for us when the need arises.
Okay. Thank you very much. The General Secretary of...
Now, the General Secretary. Okay, you were talking about Professor Kyamu
buying a house over $330,000.
Because I like that Professor Kyamu is saying that it's laughable. That people are thinking that after decades of his legal practice, that he cannot buy a house in America. But I want to even tell Professor Kyamu that it's even more laughable that himself as a senior lawyer do not realize that he needed to invest that money in a property in America and waited until he became a minister before he will invest it. So for me, it's more laughable that he will keep that money. He didn't invest it until he became a minister before he realized that he needed to invest it in a property.
That's why I call you the General Secretary of ENJBA.
You are the chairman of ENJBA.
Are you talking about Kyamu's money?
No, he bought a house. Over $330,000.
A prisoner in America even implicated Kyamu of sharing drug money with him.
There's investigation going on.
Yeah, Pakistan Khan.
It's going on.
Drug dealer, yeah.
After the investigation, we know what
Kyamu was part of the business. God has taught. Nemesis is going to catch up with him. I'm telling you.
Okay, let's talk about Apapa.
Apapa Wolf. Apapa Olodi Apapa, or whatever he calls himself. Could somebody bear the name of a town? Well, yes, is the answer. It's only the Hausas. Chagare is from Chagare town. I think you understand. Many of the northern elites, yes, Katangura is the name of town. So this is a papa of a man. I don't know from which extractions he comes from. Maybe he's an Elaje because our papa, of course, we know is milling water. Okay, is he an Isokoma? Anyway, Lamida Papa, let me tell you, game over. It is too late. What about Yoruba group that wrote to the court? They have been writing to court to what? To strike that case out. I don't know whether you people are dreamers. Anyway, everybody is a dreamer. I didn't understand. Election or electoral tribunal is not something you can just whisk off.
as if it is chaff from what? Rice. Wind, ordinary wind cannot blow it away because it is a case with weight. It has weight. It's a weighty case. See, let me tell you, for court to forget electoral tribunal, presidential, are you dreaming, Papa? Papa, no matter the amount the APC camp may have given to you in the past or are still giving you presently, we are going to court. And Obi, let me tell you, Obi is in court already. You can't do it like that. You are trying to stir up ethnic war in Nigeria. For Christ's sake, the whole regions in Nigeria, they have almost all of them been at Aso Rock. And now, someone that has come to be there irrespective of his ethnic region, the region from where he comes. This man is coming to repair Nigeria, and Papa, and they are using you. I'm very sorry for you. Let me tell you, Christian, Papa is just, displaying himself, telling people that he is Labour chairman. I've not known him from Adam.
He's one of the founding members.
Founding members of Labour Party. Okay, if he's one of the founding members of the Labour Party, who is Adam Ochemole? Adam Ochemole is part and parcel of Labour. A Labour henchman in Nigeria is now among the consultants called APC, what? Usurpers, vultures. Yes, Adam Ochemole is among the APC elites, we know. So who is our Papa? If our Papa is the founding father of Labour Party, it doesn't matter. Who is Mimiko? The first governor in Nigeria to have won election under Labour. Who is Adam Ochemole? Adam Ochemole won an election 2007 under Labour during Yaradua administration. Then, from that, his crafty ways, double-minded person, double standard person, he cross-carpeted from Labour to which party? APC, I think. See, let me tell you, it doesn't matter anymore. See, we know that they have been pumping money into the system, into the wrong direction, to make sure that Obi'S effort to rule Nigeria under Labour Party is thwarted. But it is late this time around. Papa, I don't think he has any reason why he's doing this. He's doing it for his own personal interest. He's doing it because he doesn't want good things for Nigerians. He's doing it because he's under the umbrella of what? Maradonism. Dribbling. Following the wrong path instead the right. Saying that bad is good instead that bad is bad. Trying to thwart the efforts of the youths in Nigeria from having a say in Nigerian politics. Because the youths were the ones that went to the poll that day. It wasn't the elderly. See, let me tell you, Ganduje said, we will not allow our youth to be there because they will have no respect for us. Imagine. Ganduje, the Kano State governor, saying this, a presiding governor doesn't want the progress of our future generation. The next generation is for the youth. Ganduje has inspired out. Let me tell you, that respect you want for yourself, you will never get it. God is there watching. I'm talking to Ganduje. That youth will not be allowed to be there so that they will not start disrespecting them. Ganduje himself, could be that his father, did not send him to school as a youth there. I didn't understand. I don't think Ganduje will have the effort. We have what it takes to be Kano State governor today. But look, Okuku Kwasia, Okuku Ibiakwana, when the rooster crows, when he turns back and see any other rooster around, he will challenge him, say, don't crow. I don't know whether I understand me. So this set of old pigs that call themselves politicians in Nigeria currently, they don't want better chances for the youth. Okuku Kwasia, Ibiakwana. Ganduje is telling us that if IRAP becomes a local government chairman of Anambra East tomorrow, I'm not going to respect Obi'S anymore. I'm not going to respect my uncles anymore. Who is telling him that? Ganduje, Apapa, Tinubu, Atiku, all of them that are thwarting the efforts of the youths in this current political dispensation, they are going to face the music later. I'm telling you, We are the youth and we are moving forward. We are the youth and we must surely partake in politicking of this country. If I get back to my community, I think being a councillor is just like using my money to buy a car. Yes, it is easy. Because if I get there, I will teach them lessons of their lives. Because my community, I know that our chairman, our councillors, they have been doing well in the past, over the many years. Do you understand? But recently, if our mates, on getting home, I discovered that some of our mates are councillors in Anambra Southeast. One, I senior him. It's just like let me say, I senior him with, let's say, more than 10 years. The guy is representing us, the House of Rep. Obina is a small boy now. Ochiwo, you people know his father. He's there because of his father, influence of his father. I think understand. So it is going to be the youth this time around. Any youth that is supporting an elderly man, old man that has aspired to rule Nigeria, that youth is an aspired brain. I know that anytime anytime Nuyi come here, Nuyi will be looking down on the youth. Nuyi will never support youth. Kule will never support the youth. Nuyi will be supporting expired old men in Nigeria to carry the affairs of this country.
You should be ashamed. That expired old man, okay, trashed, beat that your young Obi. You should be ashamed.
Thank you.
You get the point?
You don't have points.
In the political arena, Obi na tata.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Right? And mind you,
let's continue.
if you are talking about old people, what happens to Biden?
What is happening in the United States of America now? Is America moving forward or backward?
I think you should go and check the record what's happening with the killings.
Current poll.
Go and check what is happening with the daily killings going on in the America.
Current opinion poll.
Go and check what is happening with
Biden now wants to go for second term.
I'm telling you.
He wants to go under him.
He's 80 today.
Under him, America is they are dying.
There is more cheating and killings.
Under Biden,
across
Americans now. There's what we call LGBT, whether lesbian, gay, whatever.
He's not performing well now. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Under Biden.
That's what I'm saying. They are supporting me now.
But I am telling you that I am not supporting. I am telling you that even the Americans are coming outside and still saying they want to vote for him. That's the point.
So let's continue. Later. So let me tell you, Christian, you've seen it from the horse's mouth. You've seen it from my so-called opponent. He is supporting the youth, getting involved in the political system of this country. So, let me tell you, there is much killing currently across the United States. I don't know whether you don't go online. Much killings. See, what happened when George Floyd was killed? The whole Americans, the whole blood across the globe, they protested, they target Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. Today, currently, many people, black and white, in Pennsylvania, in Washington, everywhere in America, Texas, there were shootings across the United States in the schools. Biden is old. Biden has expired. Biden is older than Trump. Biden is not doing anything. He's going down gradually, which is why they come up with many allegations against Trump, because America knows. Trump's opponents know that Trump is coming back. See, what we need in Nigerian political system are people like you, vibrant youth, like me, like him. We don't want.
You cannot be the president. You don't have what it takes.
Let's move our beg. National Assembly.
Let's go.
National Assembly leadership, ministerial posts, lobbies surround Tinubu, sleeping vehicles near Asokoro home in Abuja. APC chair Adamu meets president-elect in Defense House.
That is Nigerian system. Arrange, pass, then go they friend with Alahaji, then go be friend with Bishop, so that they will get favor. From there, they will be stealing money, lobbying Tinubu over what? Over what? Ministerial posts.
And
senators. Juicy contracts. I think understand. This has been our system over the years. As Tinubu is about to be sworn in there, if you ask me, I'm speaking right now, I'm using the word sacks him. Is sacks him? No, because it's not a direct statement. Let me tell you, hyper bro. Let me tell you, it's just understatement that Tinubu that has not won an election, people are still going there to lobby him. See, it's not going to work out. There are people that put Obi there. People did not vote Tinubu there. I'm trying to be frank. If I could be in their position, I won't waste my money going to Asokoro, sleeping in my cars, waiting for Tinubu to lobby me. Is Tinubu caught? Is Mr. Papa Festus Kayamo, who is having drug case in America now? Complicity. Yes, it's being complicated. Implicated. Yes, of drug peddling. A prisoner in America, Mr. Khan, a Pakistan. Are you listening to me? So these people, they will be lobbying and talking nonsense. Kayamo has been talking nonsense that DSS will arrest Obi. I love that. It's part of the lobbying. So that when DSS arrest Obi, according to his what? Constitutional interpretation, that what Obi and that Baba Ahmed is saying is what? Wrong. Treasonable felony. Thank you. They are trying to lobby Tinubu. Now, Tinubu will give Festus Kayamo, Minister of Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. So that is lobbying. So people sleeping in their cars, that is good for them because that's our system. They should, of course, have waited for the court pronouncement. Court ruling is it. Court tribunal is it. So then again, my dream today is that Obi should be arrested by the DSS. There were these insinuations in the past and currently that Obi will be arrested. And that is the prayer of every youth. Let Obi be arrested by DSS. That's good. So that it will be good for them. They will impose a president on us. They are imposing somebody. Someone they are trying to impose on us is the same person they are lobbying to favor them. If he gets to the office, nobody is afraid of lobbyists. Anybody could lobby anybody. So they should go now and lobby for juicy contracts, lobby for ministerial appointment, lobby for whatever favor they wanted to, get from him. I didn't understand. If you ask me, people sleeping in their cars, they are not paying enough due for that lobbying or for those posts they are vying for. If you spend more money, while you are generosity, you can get anything. Yeah. So they should have, lodged in Asokoro, all those expensive hotels, so that they will pay their dues. By paying expensive dues, they will get what they are aspiring for. If you are aspiring for gold, you must spend. If you are aspiring to be Mr. President, you must spend, and you are supposed to start from grassroots. If you read about Abiola, you know that the election Abiola won in 1993, he paid his due. Abiola bought the whole emirs in the whole north. Abiola built mosque across the whole northern region with his money. He is buying the emirs, and they paid him back. He beat Tofa to stupidity. Tofa flew in from London, contested the election with a man that started from grassroots. How do you think he could win? He failed woefully. Now, Obi and Tinubu, they contested. It was obvious that Obi's record beat Tinubu's record. Tinubu was saying, I build Lagos. I build Lekki Deep Sea. With your money, with my money, I pay indirect tax here. I pay land use. You pay land use. Others pay land use. With our money, you said you build. Who told you build? You can touch me my property again. With my property, you are bragging to me. See, let me tell you. Obi beat him. When you talk about both of them, the antecedent, Obi is flying. Are you listening to me? So let us see the justice system in Nigeria. Okay. What justice is being done in Nigeria? If justice is going down or justice is coming up, let us wait until the day we go to court. Okay. Give me a question.
We are having challenges evacuating stranded Nigerians in Sudan. Obi'S offers to airlift victims from Ethiopia.
Thank you so much. Obi'S, thank Obi'S. Obi'S, Allen Onyema, the man that helped Nigerians in South Africa and flew them back to Nigeria. That's very good. Oloni Tafufo, Abogi, Manoluze Kata Akara, national cake. They will turn their back on you. See, Obi'S, see me, Onyema, I'm talking to you. See me where I come from. I'm from Igbo, that's the meaning of that nation. See, you are going to suffer again in Ethiopia. See, Ethiopians, they want Nigerians dead. If you go there and die, I will not cry for you. These people is when you suffer for them as an Igbo man. During the time of sharing the national cake, they will turn their back on Igbo man. Allen Onyema, don't only go to Ethiopia, go to Sudan. In the real war front, where there are much scatakato, the sound of blades. It is re-echoing now in Khartoum. Everywhere. South and Northern Sudan, they are fighting. Even all those Sudanese island of Red Sea, they are fighting. See, Oyama go and died for Nigeria. They will remember you. On you here, when you ferry those Nigerians from South Africa to Nigeria, what did they pay you? They rope you in with drug allegation in the USA. It was the FBI, the federal FBI, that what set you free. They what exonerated you. They said you have been doing airline business in America for many years. They tried to rope you that you are an Igbo man. You do ritual. You sell drug. You committed 419 in America. But your good work in the USA set you free. That was how you were let off the hook by a whisker. Igbo man that is doing good for Nigeria is wasting his resources and strength. Go to Ethiopia and the Sudan. Go and free Fulani, 5 million Fulani in Sudan. Bring them more to constitute more Ruga problem here. They will take over our land. They will start killing our farmers. Fulanis, they are 5 million waiting stranded in Sudan is another political what? Mumbo jumbo, jamboree. See, let me tell you, the Fulanis are 5 million in Sudan. How many are in Sudan? 48 point something million. I listen, what percentage of Fulani? Nigeria. Yes, Fulani Nigeria. What is the percentage of Fulani Nigeria in Sudan? In Sudan, you are talking about if you do the math mathematically, just like almost 10% or 9 point something percent. So the whole Sudan are Fulani. Yes, other ethnic nationalities are not there. This government can lie. They lie. Nigerian Fulani are 5 million living in Sudan. You cannot even consider the population of the Kanuris. The population of Kanuris and all those tribes in Sudan. You are telling the whole world that Nigerian Fulani's population in Sudan is 5 million. That is another crafty way to bring in Fulani and settle them at Onitsha, begging Indigo to give them land. Buhari, you and the administration and your evil, excruciating policies, you can no longer beguile. You can't beguile Igbo man again. You cannot deceive us anymore. If you bring 5 million Fulani, bring them down and settle them in your own states. You are from what? Katsina. So that one, there's no problem. Your land in Katsina, the Hausa land where you always settle is where you are taking it. Christian, let me tell you, back to Alan Oyama, I want him, if he goes to Ethiopia, the God of Igbo land will go after him. Because there are many projects, there are many things needed to be done in southern Nigeria. From Ijo, from Bini, Edo State, down to Onitsha, down to Calabar, River State, Bayelsa, we need help. He needs to send the poorly educated youth to schools, giving them free education. Turn his back against Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't want anything good for Igbo man. Why should Igbo man come up to federal level to spend his resources? Afterwards, they gave over 12 billion naira to federal government during COVID-19. Obi, you are talking about 2.something billion. I read it. Tony Elumelu is an Igbo man from Niger Delta. He gave $15 million to federal government. Is federal government remembered us today? During ministerial appointment, how many Igbos, how many Yorubas are there? Did they not turn their back against us? It's Hausa Fulani that are cheering the national cake. Nigerians that are enjoying that railway are Nigerians. Are they Nigerians? Etu Nigerian, Josun Nigerian, Jonesepao, Japan Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. I'm not a Nigerian. I'm from Nigeria. So why are they benefiting from our resources? Can anybody tell me the reason why? Simply because Buhari is from Niger. Buhari is not a Nigerian. And all our policemen, all our soldiers, sharpshooters and marksmen, they could not exercise their what? Their dexterity. Their expertise on being marksmen on his forehead. Dexterity. See, dexterity, thank you. You that come from Niger, you are ruling us here. Being our president. Why? How can a British man come back to rule Nigeria again? How can a Ghanaian come here and win an election? Do you know that it has felt that Nigerians are stupid? The most stupid people on earth are Nigerians. The most docile idiots I have ever seen on earth are Nigerians. I am a Nigerian. Because if I act, my name will be written on the marble of history. But am I going to act? Mama there, Papa there, they eat. Children there, their wife there. That is what we always think. If you go act, you will go. You will forget your children. Nobody will train them. See, let me tell you, if it is in America, A Nigerian man go win election there. Americans come remember say, or come find out say this man is from Guinea or this man is from Gambia. Oga, you will get away from there. Get out of there. So this man should be what? Thrown into trash. And let me tell you, anybody that's going to court to contest it will be the first Nigerian president-elect to have been trashed in the bin.
Okay, thank you very much. I have Edo no be Lagos.
Edo no be Lagos. Good morning, my
What is
brothers.
happening to your voice?
When you come, first of all, the environment, so that you know the area you have to touch. I want to thank our brother who are watching. May God bless you, sisters. You will live long, you will not die. As you are watching us every day, I know most of you are sleeping there now. You are watching me instead of you to sleep. You are watching us, but we give you all the what is going on in Nigeria here directly, not adding lie. All what happening now. But I want to advise my brother now. I will advise Nigeria after analyze whatever you want to ask me. I will advise Nigeria. Nigeria need advice. Both me and you and everybody, government. We need to advise them.
Okay, Labour Party chairman seeking to withdraw Peter Obi's petition from the court. If
you go that side, you know, after election, some people are looking for, how will I say it? Are looking for posts. He's being used by the APC. So he has collected money from APC hand. So we want to destroy Labour Party. Don't forget where he's coming from. I don't understand me. Apapa is the other side. You understand? They always like to betray. So don't be surprised. More are coming. Like some of these, I told you, the Godfather have just arrived. You can see alignment. PDP, some of the PDPs of the even Labour and Abga are trying to switch. And but Bulabo, you understand? Whether Kilakpa,
many of those politicians were with Tinubu.
They are waiting for him now. Money will go. Money has started pushing out. So like this one now, name Papa ask Obi'S should withdraw, or even Namani telling Obi'S should withdraw. We're going to court to go at this team. Money is working. So that is it. He said they want to betray. I told you, they will betray Obi, some of these people. They collect money for APC. There's no APC can do all means to make sure they stay for power. That's what they are doing. So don't be surprised that they are using Apapa. Apapa is being used. They might give him 2 billion. If they can give rep 2 billion to ring election in Adamawa, don't be surprised that they will give this man 3 billion to make sure remove Obi or go to court and said Labour Party is no more exists again. I expect that.
Okay, Sudan, evacuation delayed. Federal government warns Nigerian students against dangerous journeys through the road.
Is that what they are saying? I mean, they should do the needful, or they should remove them. Even America, we are saying, I know we still have some America there, but America have evacuated some of them. Can we try? We should just try. Like the Onyema Air Peace, who is giving federal government assistance. That man is so good. Remember, there was a time they used the EFCC to threaten him. Same government, same APC government. For that man to be doing good, just like what my brother said, the man should channel those good to the southeast, south. But this government, they only know how to collect. They don't return back. I don't understand me. All I know is that let all states tap their resources and do your own area where Onyema should go to south. I don't say she don't help you, but when you are happy and the government is still killing you, it was God's grace that make Onyema not go to prison or they can't all his wealth down. Now he's using the wealth and the plane to help Nigeria, which Nigeria is supposed to have done. I get me. So evacuating there in Sudan, Nigeria has failed right from the one. Even when there was fight in
Onyema has given his jet out.
Yes, he has been doing that for a long time, but when he comes for enjoyment, they wouldn't remember Southeast. And they might come for Southeast. I get me like this Senate president now. Well, forget that one. Did they believe in Nigeria? They did not believe in Nigeria. Because now look at the Senate president now. See what they are doing now. Instead of them to channel that Senate president to Southeast, They are now looking for a mumu who they will give, they will control, like Akpabio. Akpabio is a mumu. Somebody will control. For me, I would like let them give it to the Southeast, anybody from Southeast who are very strong. Not Mumu's Akpabio, who they say yes, no. He doesn't know what to call no. He said Mumu. They want to use him. They need somebody that will be able to, when Tinubu say kill, he kill. Just like Lawan and Bajamiala. So we need somebody that will be able to at least challenge the president or APC government. So what they are doing is a jamboree. But advice I want to give Nigeria, this time around, let's start doing this in our home. Let's start doing right thing. What is the right thing? If you have cassava, if you have farm, if you have oil, go out, start using in your state. Not by some people be suffering, you are taking oil to other states. Like all these small states now who are crafty, APC, PDP. Nothing. They are not doing anything, only waiting for oil money. So Nigeria now, everybody need to wake up. Produce your whatever you have in your state and use it in your state. Not bringing on here, go and spend for Taraba State, for Jigawa, who doesn't have anything. They're only waiting for salary, waiting for money for Nigeria data. Nigeria need to change. They need to change. They need to change.
Okay, lastly, let's talk about. You said it. People were lobbying.
Yes.
Tinubu.
Yes.
Sleeping in vehicles near Asokoro. APC chair Adamu also meet the president. Everybody's trying to. Is it over for Labour Party and what is in the court?
The Labour Party, as I said, they should work for court. You know, they believe that our court is jamboree, our court is useless. I get it. They believe that our institution is not working. If our really instrument is working, is working. I don't think Tinubu will stay in Abuja now. We'll be praying to make sure the election, the court favor him. I get it. If they have settled court, the judges have collected money. Not two way, but if you like, say yes or no, they have collected money. They know that nothing will come out for court. For Nnamani to be saying that Obi should withdraw, he knows the judge have been settled. They have given them billions of naira. They can give them trillions.
Is this confirmed a report?
What are you saying?
Where did you get that information from?
We are here. The one that happened in Adamawa, what happened? 2 billion. Where is the rec? Where is the FCC? Where is the police? They collected money and share it. Where is it now in Nigeria? They can't provide him. We are going for design news in America. The man is around here. They hided him. APC hide the man.
APC hide him?
Yes. They do their bidding. The man do their bidding. Collect 2 billion. In the present day, and rig election, poop. And now they say the federal government can't find him. So you are telling me that you see, court, there's no court. See, Joe Biden coming, 80 years old coming. Not Joe Biden, it's the institute. America has every instrument to work. Yes, to work. So they don't believe he can be there. But the instruments are working. Are you hearing me? So Nigeria here, bribe. They are waiting for Tinubu. He has arrived. So he will spend the money. Don't be surprised, PDP, Senator, House of Representatives Senator, and Labour, and Afghan. They start the campaign now because of money. They have collected money. That is it. Before you know, if Tinubu will use money, come everywhere. Everybody will be in the APC to get more number. You see, Nigeria is corrupt. System is corrupt. I'm telling you. And look at police. Old man, say they can find him. Okay. You getting me?
Somebody asked him, what's the latest on Yam now?
My brother, no Yam. Tell him no Yam, nothing. Have you seen? Take a camera, look at it. No Yam again. Nobody's going for farm. We have become beggar. Nigeria has become beggar. Under Buhari. Look, I see Buhari for picture. Send me the picture.
Ghana president.
A whole president. Look at now. He has not even go. Look at statue. Look at statue. Look at Ghana president. Check Ghana president. Look at our own. You look at statue. Because look at now. A whole president, Nigerian president. I was even thinking is a statue. I didn't know say Buhari.
Does that matter?
It matter. We are angry. We are not happy. We are not happy. Look at Ghana. How many in Ghana? Look at the way the man dress. Just pulling us. It's a shame. I'm not happy. It's a whole turn of Africa. Turn it. We are not looking like a beggar in Nigeria here. It's beggar. Nigeria is begging.
No yam.
Very yam, no rice, no water, no electricity, nothing. It's a shame. Sometimes when I come here, it's just frustration, you know. Except those our brother who are abroad who are helping us. Nigeria is not happy. We need help. Nobody. All we are hearing trillion, billion. Do you know how much they spend for election? 400 billion. 400 billion is in my mind. At the end, the election was jamboree, bribing. They still keep bribing. Tinubu, I just pity him. I pity him. Don't you see when he come back? I want to ask Niyi, I saw your papa when he arrived. What is he? What is here? I didn't know. Let me talk about.
Let me answer you now.
What is he have here?
It is called Ifunpa.
Ifunpa.
You do know what they call Ifunpa in Yoruba?
No worry. I don't understand that way.
Okay, now spiritual, fortify. They don't fortify the man against all those who are evil speech, hate speech. What I'm going to throw against them. You understand? Now Ifunpa like this.
Okay, don't worry. When you reach Asoro, we know whether Ifunpa will work or God will work. Let me tell you, if you go there with the good intention to serve Nigeria, you will live long. But if you go there, Ifunpa to serve other people, God.
Buhari live long now.
Buhari, let me tell you, that is not Buhari.
Buhari live long.
That is not Buhari.
He believes
It's Jubri. He's confirmed it. He said when I leave, I will go back to Niger. So he said Jubri. So he's confirmed it. I mean, it's Jubri, not Buhari.
Somebody said now, Atiku is from Cameroon.
Yes.
Buhari is from
Sudan.
Buhari is from Niger. Atiku is from Cameroon.
Then Tinubu is from Guinea.
Tinubu is from Guinea. Now you can see
So
what happened.
foreign
I saw one video. That helicopter. I saw Tinubu with a Sanwo-Olu. I don't understand me. So let me tell you, anything social media is true in Nigeria. Anything social media, no lie. I asked somebody, say, who is this? Is it Tinubu or just video? This is Tinubu. So
is it true that what Obi said, that it is a religious war? Yes, is that one true?
whether are we not war? There is a
Is
war
that
already.
true?
Nigeria is a war.
Answer yes or no. Is it
When
true?
election want to go on.
That audio clip, is it true? Is that audio
But
clip?
it's
it
a
true?
lie. It's a lie.
Abeg, they go. Come on here.
Good morning.
Just can you see the way people can? They just like to twist things to suit their own narratives. I have a song. Let me sing one song. Okay. Jagaban na biggie man. Hey, Jagaban na biggie man. Who no one call on sumo man. Jagaban na biggie man. Hey, Jagaban na biggie man. Who no one call on sumo man.
You look like Sudan.
You get the point. I am me. Kudos to all my haters and all those that are supporting me. I love you all. I mean, criticism makes the wheel, keep moving. It doesn't matter. If you like, call me a fool. It doesn't matter. If you like, support me. Thank you for supporting me. I love it all. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all.
We have lobbyists. There are many people coming around to
Oh yeah. I would like to see more of the Easterners to lobby for positions. I want to see more. I want to see more of the Easterners to lobby for positions. Listen, power. First of all, we must agree that power is given by God. Then, when power is given, for those who want power must seek for it. When you sit in your own comfort zone, expecting someone for whatever mentality that you think you have to just come and cede power to you or cede a position to you. My brother, don't forget that Tinubu said something. He said his governance is going to be a what? A governance of competence. Above whatever divide, ethnicity, sentiment anybody wants to push. All right? We were one time pushing for Obi'S or Kalu. But the same Easterner said that, God forbid, that instead of Obi'S or Kalu, they should move it to North. Now, it seems that Senate President position will go to the number one man that stepped down for Tinubu during the primaries. This one man that has always supported a man who is very intelligent, a man who has the capacity, who has the experience, and high-ranking senator, a well-performing governor in Akwa Ibom, if not the best ever governor they've ever had in Akwa Ibom, in the Akwa Ibom. So if that Senate president is going to him, my brother,
Very perfect combination there. Very perfect combination. And I don't think anybody from maybe from the aggrieved region, they should talk. Because when they speak, the question is, there was an open window for you guys. But you guys say you never wanted it. So why are you now talking?
Many consider that company as an illegality. That's why they might not want to lobby for.
What makes it illegality? Nobody is guilty.
You understand what I'm saying?
No one is guilty until you are proven by the court of law. All right? I believe in the judiciary. I believe in them to do the right thing. All right? If the judiciary rule otherwise and sack Tinubu and give Atiku the power, then anything happens. Then we say that is when we now say that this is illegal. Every of the things that they said they were going to do, the INEC, they listed 10 things, they did over 70% of it. Then we can't decide that that's a failure, my brother. The IREF wasn't what was going to decide the result. What was going to decide the result was people who came out, the Beavers' ability to screen ghost voters, your collation officers, your polling unit agents, and the presiding officers. Those are the major key players in this election. Your polling unit agent, Abure, the sacked Labour Party chairman, wasn't able.
He stepped aside.
Yeah, he stepped aside. For now, he's incapacitated. He cannot do anything. For now, he has no say in Labour Party. He has no say in Labour Party. If they see him in Labour Party now, he will be apprehended immediately. Okay, because he forged, and he has not been able to come outside to debunk that fact. He's a forger. So we don't believe that.
I think that is in the court. There
has been empirical evidence which has even been submitted to some TV medias. Okay, ordinarily this man should have come outside, even on his Twitter handle, where we saw his secretary saying that yes, we know we have an issue, but it's an inside issue, which that means they are alluding to the fact that something wrong was done, but it shouldn't be brought to the open space.
Okay.
I can't believe that we're having such a scenario in Labour Party. This is a party that are presenting themselves like a what? Like a sainthood party, not knowing that there are so many malicious activities going down there, and this is a man, Obi, who posed himself as the what? As a poster boy for a new Nigeria, who is supporting. Obi is supporting Apure, who we know to be a forger.
Okay, let's move on. We have what Apure is a petition to withdraw the petition of the Labour Party at the court.
Now, Lamidia Papa submitting the requesting for the withdrawal petition will not fly. You know, the reason why it will not fly is because according to the new Electoral Act, when a petition is filed, when you have two parties, those two parties must consent to that withdrawal. And I'm sure Obi will not give a consent to that. So that simply means that withdrawal scheme or strategy.
Many believe that is a move planted in the party.
Well, it's possible. Now, there are so many strategies. You know, when you are in a war, my brother, when you are in a war, there are so many strategies. People will apply. Okay, there are so many pawns. Yes, of course, there are so many wars. You know, in Art of War, they'll tell you learn to use your enemies to your own advantage. Okay, Labour Party as a whole is an enemy to Tinubu, but now he has been able to probably find some people. If actually it is APC that is doing all these shenanigans going on in Labour Party, all right. You will remember even before the Labour Party, before the presidential election, Labour Party had an issue with their youth wing, whereby they were just here and there disgracing themselves. That same Labour Party had an issue with Obi, where Obi was denying some people, you know, relevance. He was not pronouncing some people. He was saying that they should, in those states, was saying that they should vote competence ahead of his own candidates. Now, this is a man who has appeared to be controversial. But you know what? You know what Obi has been able to do? He does these things pretentiously. He will do like, I don't know, but he has done those things pretentiously.
Okay. Let's move on. We have in Sudan, still the cooperation is delayed. Federal government also warning Nigerian students against dangerous journeys. And also this thing about Onyema be an Igbo man taking his aircraft. But when it comes to things about Nigeria, an Igbo man will not be allowed. You understand what
about the evacuation? As at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night, I was online. Abike Dabi reposted some buses, about 30 buses.
40.
Okay, 40 buses, which are about en route to pick up our Nigerians. All right. So for the delay that might have occurred, I think let us push that to the who is that Abike Dabiri's boss. Abike Dabiri's boss is Geoffrey Oyema, right? Geoffrey Oyema is the minister of what? Foreign Affairs. Yeah. This is a man who has failed, but I don't know how they have been able to do it. This man has not always been held responsibly. It has to be Abike Dabiri, who happens to be even a junior minister. Abike Dabiri is reporting to Geoffrey Oyema.
Yes.
Geoffrey Oyema is the person that they should hold responsible. But at the end of the day, they are holding Abike Dabiri. Maybe because
she's the one coming out to.
Yeah, because she's the one because she's the one who is showing this overzealousness. You get the point. But be that is made, they are bossing. I'm sure by now that our Nigerian citizens are already being picked up. I believe they are right now being evacuated to Egypt. Now, how are you there? Our foreign ministers are those that should have been. This Geoffrey Oyema should have been able to build good relationships with Ethiopia and the likes. The question is, why did Geoffrey Oyema, he failed and nobody's talking about it?
Nobody's taking him up.
No, I mean, this is a man from Nigeria. This is a man that we are exonerating. And we are not taking this, probably the second in command responsibility. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Now, for Allen Oyema, kudos to Allen Oyema. I mean, he was the Obi'S CEO. Kudos to that man. That is a patriotic Nigeria. Regardless of wherever you are, this is a man who has enjoyed the benefit of democracy under Buhari. Under Buhari, this man's business has flourished. He has even come outside to testify to the fact that Buhari gave him backings when he needed it. Buhari gave him a license to fly to Jeddah, Mecca. He gave him so many licenses. And if this is a way that he believes that he can support this contraption called Nigeria, I think that's a
contraption.
Nigeria is not a contraption. Is Nigeria not a contraption? Abi. If this is the way this man would promote patriotism, so be it. I mean, he's doing well above those Azaman, Max, there's this all those Aboki airs. I think those ones, they are just been too silent.
Yeah, because I think now Saudi Arabia pilgrims, they are the ones campering to carry Saudi Arabia pilgrims.
Who are those? Those AZ man, don't mind them.
Yes, because and they know that 50 billion is involved, so they have to neglect Nigerians in Sudan.
And they want to take people. You can see. I mean, I give kudos to Oyema. I don't anybody that is patriotic, regardless of your ethnicity, my brother, I will come here and I will praise you.
Lastly, now, what is it for the Southeast? Because what I'm seeing, people I'm seeing that are going to Tinubu, I don't see any Southeasterners. People that I'm seeing, I saw Bajabiamila, I saw Barawa, I saw Akpabio, I saw the Ganduje. I've not seen a Southeastern.
One of my co-commentators said something. He said there has to be a show of federal character. And I threw a question to him. I said, listen, a baby that raises his hand is the baby that gets picked up by his father or mother. In a nation like this, all right, if you want the progress and unity, you must display that aura of playing along. That's the truth. Every one of you cannot sleep and face the same direction. There's a problem somewhere. There is a problem. And that problem cannot be unique to you people alone. Why does it have to be that you people are trying to be the black sheep in this ship? Or the black goat in this ship? It doesn't make any sense that because it is apparent now that it seems those Easterners, if they are not ready to work with the center, all right, it simply means that they have an agenda to ensure that this country breaks up. There's one statement that I like to post on the platform. APC in Ebonyi is doing very well. Because they are aligned with the center. All right? Uwan Furu, I guess is the governor-elect now, under APC, right? For Ebonyi. Yeah. He is the one that will take over from Dave Umahi, whom we believe will continue the good deeds and good works of David Umahi. Right? Now, if in, let's say in 4 years' time, Ebonyi becomes the most developed eastern state, I don't think anybody should ask any questions. Because as of today, Ebonyi is one of the states that has CCTVs in critical junctions. Sometimes last week or so, or 2 weeks ago, a bus jammed an Okada rider. They were able to catch that guy because of the CCTV they've Umahi installed around the state. It is in Ebonyi today that they don't do any rubbish Monday sit at home again. Ebonyi said they are not doing any useless Monday sit at home. Yesterday or 2 days ago, we saw all their people outside. Why? You don't be surprised that in the next few years, they will tag Ebonyi as a traitor. I don't get it. You don't play politics like that. You see, in politics, it's like a game of you trying to catch a monkey. And you know, say there's a talk say, if you want to catch monkey, you go do what? You go do like monkey. There's something we call short-term goal and long-term goal. You can play along with the APC for short term, while on the long run, you know where you are going. But you don't just at the onset, you open all your scheme, and everybody know that right from the beginning, this is what you intend to do. Let me tell you one of the things that made China so great today. China, about 20, 25, 30 years ago, China worked for Americans. They were so below Americans. They were ready to work for America for any penny. You know what they were doing? They were running an espionage. They were stealing their what? Their trade secrets, their intellectual properties. They were learning how those things were done. And Americans were absorbing them. Because they had an agenda that the next 20 years, having learned all these skills, okay, then we'll go back to our country, we'll develop our country. And then that is why you see that China today, America hates them, because America said that having learned all the things that we used to develop our nation, now you guys are using it against us. At the end of the day, I want the Easterners, if we have any on this platform, I want the Easterners to understand that in politics, okay? In politics, you have to have your long-term and your short-term objectives. You aligning, at least like 40 to 50% of your people aligning with APC is not a sin. Because what? When you now part of them, from there you start your game. So there you start building your bridges. Okay? Let us not forget that Nigerian politics is not a priesthood position. Don't come and preach to me that this person is corrupt, that one is corrupt, this is corrupt. Okay. Because as far as Nigeria is concerned, any man born in Nigeria is born corrupt.
Thank you very much. Always come. Maybe just try and be coming early so that I will. Okay, morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, we are talking about two things now. About the Lamidi Papa issue of wanting to withdraw the petition Obi has in the election tribunal. And we're talking about also many people lobbying Bola Ahmed Tinubu, going to his residence in Asokoro for National Assembly leadership and ministerial posts.
Hello. If you have followed Lamidi Papa matter, if you have followed Lamidi Papa's matter, Lamidi Papa's matter on telly, on a political program that followed up, he will know the man is a harshest man buried in APC to 12th effort. I watched his interview on AIC policies. I watched his interview on I watched his policies. I watched his interview on policy shame of Kumaloye with this lady handling the AI too. You will know this guy, Alabama Papa, is a mole in APC. Is a mole in Labour, planted to do a harsher job. This is a man. It doesn't really matter. He might be a pioneer. If he's a pioneer, yes, he gave. If he's a pioneer member at that time, he can be sold out. A pioneer man can never be done. Does not mean cannot be sold out. Cannot be bought over. We watch those who are championing Yoruba. I didn't interrupt you, please. I don't interrupt you, please. When you granted your interview, I didn't interrupt you. I allow you to make your point. I listen to you. I like to maybe I should. You should take the charge. You should take the charge.
Okay, sorry.
I stood there when I was making. I didn't interrupt him.
Continue.
So I'm old enough to know what I'm talking about.
Lamidi.
I said I'm old enough to know.
Yes.
I learned it and I'm current. I'm giving instances of when I'm
watching. The hatchet that is planted.
Hello, sir. I'm giving you instances of interview I watched on 2 political programs on prominent Nigerian television stations. The one with Sheikh Maloye, this lady, this woman, I forgot the name. Honest. And I'm telling you, who I'm calling his full name. Arabambia Papa. I'm telling you, he's a mole in labor. I watched his interview. Is this guy? You are not there. You are unable to tolerate people. I will engage him. This guy. I will engage him. That's the engagement I will engage him. He's also have the gun to engage me. I will engage him. I will touch him. I will fly him. I will dance him. This guy does not have any God to tell me. You are talking.
I beg, no interruption.
Shut up. Oh, keep quiet. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Shut up. Keep quiet.
Talk your own. Talk.
Sorry.
Nonsense.
He's not going to talk again.
How can I be talking? You be interrupting me.
Talk your
You had your feel. Excuse me, please.
So it's a hatchet planted.
Hello, ma. I told you I watched Papa Arabambi on 2 political programs on AIT and channels. So I'm abreast of some information about him. You understand me? This is a man who claimed he had been a pioneer member
of the Labour Party.
But what's his antecedent now? During this election, the state he claimed he was representing, he made sure no Labour Party fielded a candidate against my state government, my state governor, the Ogun State governor, Abiodun, because he was romancing with APC. Look, you have a freedom of displaying wherever you want to go to.
Yeah.
You have a freedom to associate with whoever you want to. Akpabio, he came from PDP to APC.
Yes.
Abi. Fani Kayode, he came from PDP to APC. You have a ground, you have a reason to align with whoever you want to go to. They don't stay in a party and be doing a dirty job for showing clearly that you are being sponsored.
What happened is what transpired shows that it doesn't have the interest of the party at hand.
Yes, he's paid to do a hard job to score to Obi'S ambition and petition at tribunal. Otherwise, how can somebody in his right senses, somebody who has been expelled by the national executive of the party, say he's running to a tribunal, they should withdraw the petition? What does that serve? It's showing you this is a guy who is doing the bidding of Tinubu APC. The national executive have expelled him. They have expelled him. Where does he become? At what comment did he become the president? I mean, the chairman of the party. He's being sponsored. It's a asset job he's doing. He's a mole in Labour Party.
It's unfortunate if that's true. It's unfortunate.
He is a mole in Labour's party. He's a mole there. They told him going to Shanwok, and they told him that you are seeing all around the Kwabedu. He said, that's not Kwabedu for long. You an opposition party. You are romancing. They said, how come you did not allow your party to free any candidates in Ogun State? You were asked. This guy is not current now. So Shanwok told him that what you are doing now, how does it help your party? He said, he's asking, how do you become a party chairman? Is it by convention? Is it by appointment? And don't forget, the court order is procured at Abuja High Court. There's equally a court order from Asaba. The same court of coordinated jurisdiction saying Abuja remain the chairman. So they're telling me that Chelsea said there are 2 court judgments of the same coordinated jurisdiction, the same High Court. It's not a court of appeal. That's the Supreme Court that overrides
Any other?
the one you are claiming that has agreed to set aside. There's equally a court order from Delta State that say abolition will remain. So the National Assembly say National Assembly was beyond abolition and suspend and expel this guy. So he's a traitor. You know who he's working for. He's not working for interest of the other. How can somebody in his right sense be asking the tribunal to discard Labour's petition? Let tribunal hear Labour's petition on its merits. I mean, let them hear the Labour petition on its merits and come up with a verdict. Are you the president candidate? Are you equivalent to the party? You can see that it's not for the interest of the party. He's doing a very asset job they asked to do in APC. I mean, in Labour Party. For the interest of APC, everybody knew that. So he's a man assuming alone that will sing. He will sing.
Okay, let's talk about those coming around Tinubu lobbying for posts.
Of course, those who are lobbying for posts, it is what they work for. They are co-workers in the rigged election, so they must benefit the loot they have gathered from the corruption of an election. They must all share it together now. The loot that accrued to them from the rigged corrupt election. Looting is only Tinubu alone must eat it. All of them must eat it now. It's a matter that's scrambling for it. All of them must share it together. They must share the loot. So it is their right to lobby. What's my own turn? I mean, what's my own share? They all work together to rob Nigerians of our mandate. And so when it comes to sharing, all of them must join hands together and share it. So whether they are lobbying for posts on this, is that armed robbers, gang of armed robbers went to rob. The loot they got from the lobby. Who will share it? It's not the member of the armed robbers that will share it. They are members of the same robbery gang that rob Nigeria of their mandate. So they must partake in the sharing of the loot. The loot is the victim they are paying. So all of them must share in the loot. So I don't have anything against them. They are not concerned with them. They are all on the same pedestal. They are all on the same level. They are all robbery gangs. They are all robbers of the mindset of Nigeria. So they are bound to come together and share their loot.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Yeah. Thank you. I'm the only one. I'm the only one. No, she's not coming. Thank you very much. God bless you all for being part of the program. This morning, I'm Christian Chugu. See you tomorrow for another exciting and wonderful edition of the program. I see you, Mr. Taiwo Odulade. God bless you, Mr. Taiwo Odulade. Tonight, God bless you. And as many that are watching us this morning. Click on the like button and also subscribe to Flip TV so that we're going to have more reach on that person. Till tomorrow for another exciting and wonderful edition of the program. Bye, standards and new standards. I'm Christian Chugu. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye for now. Bye for now. Thank you.